Hey guys, I know it's been a while. For those who don't know me, my name is Tanisha or Ella, and I'm sharing these videos to share my cancer journey. As the title of my video suggests, I'm going through chemo while pregnant. So I know I mentioned in previous videos that I had another complication that I will mention in my upcoming videos, and this was the other complication. So finding out that I had breast cancer July of this year, I also found out that I was 21 weeks pregnant. The doctors suggested that I terminate the pregnancy, being as they didn't know how the chemo treatment would affect the baby or the development of the baby. So I know a lot of my friends and my family are gonna say, "Oh, but I didn't know that you were pregnant." Yeah, I didn't mention it because I didn't know what the outcome would be, and I was nervous, and not only being nervous, I didn't want to share it, and then I would have to share bad news as well. So I didn't mention it to a lot of persons, so a lot of persons did not know that I'm pregnant. So the doctor suggested that I terminate the pregnancy, and I wasn't up for that. I spoke with my mom after they told me the day, and she was saying everything is gonna be okay, the baby is gonna be fine. You won't have to terminate your baby. So I asked them what was the other things I could do, if I could wait until after having the baby to start the chemo treatment, or what other treatments I could take that would not affect the baby. So the doctor suggested that I do a sonogram to see how well the baby's vital organs have already been developed, so they'll know where to go from there. After doing the sonogram, they saw that the baby's heart, liver, kidney, spine, and all the baby's vital organs were already developed. So they decided to go ahead and do the chemo treatment while I was pregnant. The doctors told me that the placenta would protect the baby from the chemo treatment. I was still a bit nervous about it, but I thought about I thought about um, saving my life in order to have my baby and see my other kids that I have back home in Jamaica. So after every chemo treatment, I did a sonogram to ensure that everything was going well with the baby, which it did. And after completing my last chemo treatment, my final sonogram, I found out that the baby was breech. So at 36 weeks, the baby was not turned downward as yet. So they tried turning the baby on the day that I did the sonogram. It wasn't working, so they scheduled inversion for the following week. My doctor told me their concerns about having to do an inversion, because if I had any complications while they were doing the inversion, or the baby's heart rate was dropping, they would have to do an emergency C-section, which they didn't want to do because my blood count was already low and I had already been scheduled for my breast surgery. So I went home. I was very upset. I was there sitting and I was wondering, God, why am I going through so many things? Why so many things are happening to me all at once? All the things that I had to deal with while doing the cancer treatment. Now the baby's breech. I'm worried about my kids back home. So I went on YouTube and I went on Google. I researched a few natural methods that of turning a breech baby. Some of the YouTube videos, I tried things that looked safe to try turning the baby. On the following week of the inversion, they did another sonogram and the baby had already turned. So my doctor said she didn't want any other complications, so they would induce me. So I was already scheduled to be induced at 39 weeks, and they changed the date from being induced at 39 weeks to 37 weeks. So went ahead and induced me. I was given 2 bags of blood to bring up my blood count, and then they started the inducing process. So my doctors told me it wasn't a process that went very fast. It probably takes like 2 to 3 days, so I would have to stay there, and I wouldn't be able to eat until after I delivered. So I was in the hospital from the Tuesday, and I haven't eaten from the Monday. So I was there and I laid there. After they inserted the second pill, I started to feel contractions, and later on that night I delivered my baby girl. So she weighed 6 pounds, which I already know exactly how much she was gonna weigh, because from my last sonogram they told me how much pounds she would weigh. So when I got my baby, when they placed my baby in my hand, I looked at her. I ensured that all her physical features were okay. She had her 10 fingers, her 10 toes. Everybody was saying how beautiful she was. But I was really nervous of if she was physically okay, or if internally she was okay. I really thought she wouldn't be born with any hair because I lost all my hair. But the placenta really did protect her from the chemo treatment that I had to undergo. So I did checkups on her before she left the hospital, and checkups since I brought her home, to ensure that everything was okay. I must say this has been a journey, and I would say this year was the worst year of my life, but this year has really shown me what is important in life. I've really grown as a person, spiritually and mentally. You know, I call more on God, ask Him more to guide my path, and it's really been an eye-opener for me this past year. So I want to tell everybody that everything is fine, the baby is fine so far, and I will move forward with the rest of my chemo treatment. My breast surgery was cancelled from this month, being as the lump is still too big, so I will have to undergo more chemo treatment. But the good thing about it is I'm no longer pregnant, and they can give me more of the chemo treatment, which will help to shrink the lung. So I want to thank everybody that has reached out, called, text, have shown their love and their support. I truly appreciate it, and it has been some of the what would I say? It has really given me more strength, you know, when persons tell me that they're praying for me and everything is gonna be okay. I want to say a big thanks to my doctors and the nurses at the hospital, because I mean, I really felt their love. Being in the when I was in the delivery room, I remember my oncologist coming to check on me, my OBGYN came and checked on me, my breast surgeon came and checked on me, nurses that administered my chemo treatment came and checked on me. So I mean, I really felt the love and the support, and I'm truly blessed and truly grateful. I want to say a big thanks again. And thank you guys for liking, sharing the video, and thanks to all the subscribers. For those who haven't subscribed, you can go ahead and subscribe so you can see the upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much again. Bye.